Still sick, but I'll do the best I can in this video. So I was recently in a relationship and I ended it less than 24 hours ago, 48 hours ago, I don't fucking know. And I wanted to end it a lot sooner, but I didn't have the courage to walk away from something that wasn't meant to be. I tried to pretend to everyone that I was okay, I was happy, and I wasn't. There was so many things that I couldn't say to my friends, my family, my best friends about the person because I knew that people would judge. Because when I tell you the story, you aren't going to believe it yourself. Now in the next vid, I've got a video coming up called 9 Deadly Sins, which is the 9 people I've hooked up with this year. And I'll tell you a story about each and every one of them. And you say, at the end of that vid, why I'm the way I am. So I met, excuse me for a second. So I met this person on Facebook about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, but definitely a month ago. And I was just going through the photos and I was like, she's not bad. Didn't actually think she'd make contact with me or anything. So one night, we just started talking, and during the day I saw a video she was doing a live stream on TikTok. I was like, this is one crazy motherfucker. Like, she's crazy. But I didn't know the full story. So she's like one night, oh, you want to catch up sometime? I'm like, sure, why not? And I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Put a lot of trust in me, invited me to her home with her kids, and I didn't know what to expect. She was alright looking, but then here comes the kicker. There was a lot of things that I started noticing. I mean, obviously at night you can't see much of the front because her driveway is full of just rubbish, and we're talking hoarders rubbish here. Like, the front yard was a complete mess and all that. I ignored it. I thought, oh, maybe, hasn't got a skip bin or hasn't come. I walked into the house and I was just like, okay, I know where this is going to go. Just like all the other ones before her. These people that do drugs and marijuana and stuff never have clean houses. It was disgusting. And even up until I last saw her, the dishes have been sitting there the whole time for weeks. The water is black from the dishes. She has no clean dishes in her sink. The water is black. The mattresses are disgusting. All of them in the house. Her sons have mattresses that are full of dog hair and black. Her bedroom is just a pigsty. The whole house is a pigsty. There's laundry up to the roof. And you may say, well, surely the kids, her and her cousin and someone living there would surely clean up. Not once. The house was a fucking pigsty. And she was smoking marijuana in front of her 12-year-old and 14-year-old kid. And she thinks that's okay. In her room, which is very small. Her room's probably the size of basically a toilet cubicle. It was very small. And she knew that I didn't like the smell of marijuana. She knew that it made me sick, and she still smoked it in front of me. You can blow the smoke away, but when you're in a small room with a fan on, it's going to travel. And the reason why I'm sick is because of her. Now, I accepted her for the way she was. I, try to look past the bipolar. I try to look past her anger. Her anger was the most disgusting thing. And it's pretty awkward being in a situation where she's screaming to a point where she's so angry that froth is coming out of her mouth. That angry. I would just shut up and not say anything. She'd get emotional and erect. And she got every reason to. Don't get me wrong, she had every reason to. She's gone through a lot of stress. Housing wanted to kick her out. Child protection are on her ass. They want to take her kids away. She's dealing with cops. She's dealing with exes. pretty fucked up life. And considering her own kids want her dead, and they don't, you know, have any love for her, you know, and one night where she was crying in my arms, her own daughter was smiling and laughing at her own mother. Her mother is having a breakdown, and her own daughter was smiling and laughing at it. It was... Excuse me for a second. So I don't blame her for being emotional, but the anger was just... So one night, there was a druggie living with her, and they had a massive fight. Like, this was to a point where I reckon if they kept going even anymore, the cops would have been there. Like, it was that bad. Things were getting smashed, broken. The druggie was calling her a psycho, and my partner at the time was going, "Psycho? You want psycho there?" And then she started frothing at the mouth, and she went psycho. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you live in that sort of environment? As a supportive partner, I just stood back. Let them do what they can do. Now, for someone that... And this is the other thing that bothered me. She kept hocking her phone for cash. So because she ran out of cash to you know, spend on marijuana, she took her phone into one of those, like, cash converters, or as you call it in America, like a pawn shop, just so she can get money to buy marijuana. Keep in mind, this person is getting roughly a fortnight, at least $1,300 to $1,500 a fortnight. She doesn't buy much food, and the rent's only $300 a fortnight. Where's the other $1,000 going? Because the house is never clean, and there's no fresh food or anything like that. There's no dishes. It's not buying anything. She says she's not buying drugs. Well, her behaviour, you know, changes every now and again. One night she even slipped out, like the girl that was living there that was a druggie, she did something with her. She didn't probably make it out to sound obvious because she tried to slip it past me, but I heard her say it. Now, I tried to be a good partner. She'll tell you I was a good partner. I gave her clothes. I gave her something nice. Like, I was very romantic. Flowers and a teddy bear and all that stuff. So I was nice. But it got to a point where, literally, so one night, eventually, she had this really lovely black dress on, stocking. She was really hot, right? And we had sex that night. Until her 12-year-old daughter walks in. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Couldn't you just, like, fucking put something in front of the door? Like, it's just fucked. This is not right. Kids should be in bed by 10 o'clock that are under 15 years, especially on school night. Nope, kids were up till all hours of the morning, every night. And I said, you've got to put your foot down. Kids at that age should not be up past 10 o'clock. Anyway. So long story short, eventually, kid went out. We put something in front of the door and we went again. It was good. She'll tell you it was good. It was good. It was. But after that, a couple of days later, because the kids were coughing, they had sore throats, I started to get a sore throat. And still got it. Doctor said I'd a virus on tonsillitis, and they caught it off the kids, the doctor said. But it wasn't just that was making me sick. The marijuana smoke she was, you know, in the air in her house, and the fucking room was going into my lungs and killing me. But I'm the bad guy. A few days after, she had a fight with her male cousin, to a point where I thought they were going to kill each other. And once again, she's frothing at the mouth. And I'm like, this isn't normal behaviour. And the final straw was, she rang me up Saturday, I think it was. Saturday? It was Saturday. And she's saying, oh, you won't be able to contact me for a couple of days because I'm putting my phone in to get, you know. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. It's just, what are you spending your money on? Right? For you to, all the time, put your phone in, put your phone out, put your phone in. So, you know, I knew that her son wasn't there for a couple of days, but I knew he'd be back on the Sunday. So I thought, well, she hasn't got her phone, so I can't contact her. So I worked all day Saturday, and I wasn't well. So I stayed home Saturday night, right? Didn't go anywhere. Because I thought, I'll go see her Sunday night after poker, because I thought, well, Her son will be back home. She can use her son's phone to message me, yeah? But on that Saturday, while I was on the phone to her, she was going off at her 12-year-old daughter, saying, I'll throw you in front of the fucking car, I'm going to smash you. I'm like, you don't talk to a 12-year-old like that, no matter what. And that was my last straw for me. I'm like, you can't be that angry at a kid. I'm sorry, but I'm listening to this on the phone, and I've seen it in person, the way she just goes off to a point where it's like, nobody's safe. She's one to call me psycho, but she's the one doing this. So, I was thinking, Saturday night, like I said, at home, minding my own business, just, trying to get better, trying to recuperate. I had a hard day at work. And Sunday, didn't do anything, just stayed home. And she knows I play poker on a Sunday. I get a text message, so I guess we're over. What the fuck? What the fuck are you on about? Just because I haven't gone and seen you in a day. Keep in mind, when she did have her phone, there'd be like 24 hours where she doesn't even contact me. And she has her phone too. She's too sick. You're too sick. I'm the one that fucking drives to your house every fucking night because you need someone to look after you. I'm all you had. And the fact that you don't even get out of bed, do anything. And every day you stay in your house and you do nothing. Why not clean up? If you know that the housing people are coming to evict you, they want your house clean, why don't you fucking get off your ass and clean? Anyway, abusing the shit out of me Sunday night, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't need you. I'll move on with someone else. Because earlier on in the day, someone told me that if I got rid of this person, they would be in a relationship with me. And I said, look, we can give it a go. Dated you before, and yeah, we can give it a go. Because she warned me about my partner. She said, her family's crazy, your partner only a few weeks ago went to her sister's place and smashed her TV and all this other stuff, saying, your girlfriend does drugs and all that. So I'm like, alright, well, that gives me more of a reason to leave the person. So I get rid of the person that I was dating, and 180 comes around. This girl then says, oh, I didn't want you two to break up. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I'm like, you fucking liar. You were the one that said all this shit. You were the one that said you want to be in a relationship with me and even agreed to it. And then you even go on and bullshit about how the fact that, I'm the needy one. Bitch, you were the one that wanted me to come over your house. This is the other girl. You're the one that wanted me to come over your house. You're the one that had 4 bloody drinks before, and you said, oh, I need a drink before you come and see me. I'm all nervous and all that shit. It's like, you fucking known me for 3 fucking years. How the fuck are you drinking? You just need to... And she's always been this other girl has always been a very bad alcoholic. And today, oh my God, anything I post was just blah, blah, blah. And she were making violent threats on my Facebook. A good friend of mine reported those, and yeah, Facebook took action on that person's account because they were threatening me, threatening to come to my house. And the other girl, it's funny because she lost her license for drinking and driving, so she's not going to be driving for a year. And if she doesn't behave herself, she could be in jail for 3 years. She's always, this other person's always been psychotic, and then has the nerve to say, I need medication. Bitch, you can't even handle your alcohol. You need to drink 4 drinks before I even get there? What the fuck? And then you say, when I'm still currently in a relationship, that you want to go on a date with me next week? These two are the craziest people I know this year. Well, I suppose not the craziest. I mean, there was those other bitches, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm the bad guy. Those 2 people shouldn't even be parents. One's a bad alcoholic, and it proves it because she got done for drinking and driving and doesn't have a license for a year. And the other one is just a bad druggie that fucking can't even look after her own kids. And I'll tell you something, I know what's going to happen. Eventually she will have her kids taken away from her, and she probably will get kicked out of her house. I was the only one that would give her a chance. Because of my BPD, I don't look at the bad things in people, I just give them a chance. I mean, fucking hell, like, you're smoking that shit in front of me when you know that it affects me and makes me sick and you still do it. But those two people are out of my life anyway, so... And like I said before, I don't need something like that. You know, I don't need someone like those two bringing me down, playing stupid mind games and shit, because at the end of the day, they wonder why people don't want to be with them. They wonder why people don't want to stay with them. They wonder why the cops are after both of them. They wonder why Child Protection's looking at both of them. Child Protection's not looking at me. Or the police. I'm not in trouble with anything at the moment. But they think that they're too good for the world. Both of them don't work. Both of them don't drive. Both of them have substance abuse. Both of them shouldn't be mothers. And I'm supposed to be the bad guy. How do you fucking work that one out? And I'll tell you something, in the next video, 9 Deadly Sins, I will go and tell you each and every story about each of all those 9. And when you hear that vid, you'll be like, oh my god, Andre, where do you find these people? It's actually Facebook. So here's the thing that and I've said this in a video on my Facebook. I don't go looking for hookups. I don't go looking for relationships. I go on Facebook, I do my live streams. They watch me and go, yeah, you want to catch up? You seem like a great bloke. And they're the ones that end up hooking up with me. I don't go looking for a hookup. I don't go looking for it. Because I can get it any time I want anyway. And the fact that someone said, you're a needy bloke, you need that. No, I don't. I'm not the one that is going, to these places hoping to hook up. These people invite me to their place. And they hook up with me. I don't even make the first move. So how am I needy? They're the ones that need me. They're the ones that can't get a decent bloke. So they look at me and go, oh yeah, we'll try hook him like a fish. And that's the real truth behind it. So when I say about that video, about my history of dating single mothers, it'll be in one of the 4 corners of the screen. I never went looking to date a single mother. They're just the ones that are so pathetic in life that don't have anyone, and they think, oh yeah, he'll take us. Because he doesn't judge. No, I don't judge. But if you do illegal activity in front of your kids or me, then I will report you. Because it's illegal at the end of the day. You need to get off your ass and start doing stuff with your life. I'm no better. I'm financially not good at the moment until my house gets rented out. Might add the second house. I sold my first house this year. I'm very proud of myself for that. This second one, almost done. Almost rentable. I don't think it'll be rented out by the end of this year, but maybe next year. And yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm not someone that's needy. I don't have any substance abuse. I'm not a druggie. I don't even do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I only drank the other night because I just needed to just wind down and relax. But I didn't get drunk. What I have? Maybe 2 drinks. That's it. It doesn't really seem much at the end of the year, does it? Just, 2 drinks is not really much, but I've cut down on my alcohol content because I don't want to be like idiots. And the thing is, I know I'm not getting younger, but today, a lot of decent friends came in and rescued me, pretty much. They're like, you're a good-looking bloke. A lot of women said I'm a good-looking bloke. That really cheered me up today, but I had a video call with someone from another state today, and my god, I'll tell you something. Beautiful smile. Beautiful smile. Beautiful hair. Beautiful facial structure. She's 8 years younger than me. But she's got her head on straight. She's got, 5 kids? But she knows how to discipline them, and they respect her, and they fucking... I looked at her and went, me and her are really good friends. I'm calling her like a bestie because soon she knew that I was in a relationship with that person. She knew that, nah, that's not a nice person. She knew straight away just by looking at the person. And I'll be honest, I knew before I even got into a relationship with that person that I was in for a hell. But I still thought that maybe, look, she didn't, not until basically the other day, she never did anything wrong by me. I think she cheated one time. Like at the start. I have this funny feeling because I said to her, when we first started hooking up, I won't hook up with any other girls if you don't want me to. And she's like, oh, that would be lovely. But I think in that time she was still hooking up with one guy. I have a funny feeling. I can't prove that. But I think she cheated. But I just think that at the end of the day, I don't need this drama. Honestly, I don't need this drama. I'm not needy for anything. I can get sex whenever I want. I can get a hookup whenever I want. If I want to make it 10, 11, 12, I can. It does suck that both people fucked me over in the same night. And I believe that karma's going to get both of them soon. Because the way those two are, they'll both end up arrested and probably in jail or a nut bin. Either one. Both of them at the same time would be perfect, because the world doesn't need those sort of people here. It's like that 49-year-old I said in a previous vid. I might even leave a link somewhere in there. Freaky Friday episode 3 or 4 it was. There are some people that should not be parents. And like I said in, well, what I'm going to say in Deadly Sins, 9 Deadly Sins, video coming up after this one, I just think it gets to a point where I don't have trouble hooking up, but finding a decent person to even be friends with here, that's another story. But yeah, I had to come out and tell you this vid about my situation. I gave you a clue on the previous vid. You know, watching your partner suffer and you can't do anything. But then finding out other stuff afterwards, it's... If she's willing to beat up her own male cousin and threaten to throw her own kid in front of her car, just that on its own merit. And the fact that every time she gets angry to a point where she's bloodshot eyes and foaming from the mouth, come on. I know that when I was in her presence, the kids enjoyed my company. I was good to the kids. I treated them right. I treated her right. And that's the one thing she can't fucking deny. But then he goes and says to me, was it today or yesterday? I can't remember. You were cheating on me with another girl. The fuck? Why would I even find the time for it? And number one, I don't cheat. I'm a one-man man. I'm a one-woman man. Like, I only go for one woman at a time in a relationship. I don't cheat. Number one, Saturday, like I said, I was at my house all day. And I didn't know that she was... apparently she told me that she was waiting for me to come over Saturday night because she dressed up for me. I was all dressed up and you didn't fucking come. If I knew you were fucking dressed up, I would have come. But because you hopped your phone in, I had no way of knowing or contacting you. And like I said, that day I said to her, look, if I finish late, I won't be able to get to yours till about 9, 10 o'clock. Her response was, well, I take my pills at 8 o'clock, so it's a bit too late for me. Bitch, too late for you? You're the one that stays up till 2 a.m. with your kids every fucking night. And what were you planning to do? Because if you're dressed up and all that, and you're on that time of the month, you don't have sex on your time of the month, you told me. So what was the whole point of dressing up in the first place if you're not going to do anything anyway? Plus your kids are there. Well, one kid's there. You don't get privacy. So what are we going to do? Just cuddle and kiss? But the fact she called me a cheater, I was like, what the fuck? Haven't kissed or touched another girl in that relationship. And the fact that she messaged me and says, you said you were with another girl. So the exact text was, do I have my phone? I don't have my phone close by. So I said to her, I will go off with another girl and be with another girl. Or I said I'm in a relationship already with another girl. After I broke up with her. I wasn't. I just wanted to see her reaction. And she's like, fuck you. Oh, she went off to a point, I wish I could let you listen to the audio messages. Hang on, let me just pause this video because I want to listen to them and see if I'm allowed to. Let me just go back here. Jesus Christ, if I could only play that message back. I think you're not allowed to because you have to have people's permission or whatever, but oh my god. So when I said about the dressing up thing, so her exact words was, I fucking dressed up for you. You didn't even fucking come. Goes to see her, and she just kept going on and on and on and on. I just listened to that, trying not to laugh right now because it's so fucking funny, but going psycho. First she says, you know, I don't do drugs. I've been clean for years. I'm trying to get off them. You just said you don't do drugs, but then in another sentence you said, but I'm still trying to get off them. just fucking admitted you did them. Especially when that other druggie was at her place. She slipped and said, you know, she did something with that girl, and then suddenly pretended that I didn't hear it. And she says she's on 2 Valiums a day. Well, it's not fucking working because you're fucking frothing at the mouth when you're having an argument with someone. Fuck, I really wish I could play this message. Hang on a minute. So she was saying also in the audio message that, oh, I'm not giving you a chance to get back with me because you cheated on me. And then tells me to go suck my male friend's dick. In a completely random different subject. What the fuck? And the also thing is too, like, what was also said in that message? Hang on a minute. She says I was trying to do things on my time. Excuse me, I was fucking sick because of you and your kids, right? And you told me every single night to come to you, come to you, come to you. You never came to me. I offered to clean your house. I offered to help you with the gardening. I offered to help you in a lot of things. So one example is, one night there was 2 glasses of cordial sitting on a bedside table, right? Or cabinet. And they've been sitting there for days, and you know the stain the cordial makes at the bottom of the glass. Anyway, I went to pick them up. I was going to say, I'll clean this up for you. She goes, don't fucking touch it. I'll do it myself. No one's allowed in my kitchen right now. It's like, oh, you fucking kidding me? Like, I got told off for doing that. Considering her kitchen, the dishes are stacked up here with the water being black. And there's no clean dishes, so when they do eventually eat, they can't eat off anything. So, see if I can see any of that. Like, just give me a sec. So she said in a message from that Saturday night, she goes, you were meeting another woman the other night, idiot. I'll never forgive you. I told you that you made your bed and you've lost me forever. You knew I didn't have a phone on. You meant to just pop in, but no, you had better fucking plans. And I think I gave you exact time of the day, and you're all the same as my other exes. Unfaithful, lying ass fucks. Well, like I said, on the day that I was supposedly supposed to meet her, Saturday. So she rang me to say, you know, her phone was getting cashed, right? And I said to her that day, you know, I don't know what time I'll finish. My fucking other plans were actually working on my house, because unlike her that sits on her ass and does nothing all day, I had to go and do my house and work on it. I did that all fucking day, alright? So those were my fucking big plans. And to say that I saw a girl that night, a lot of people, including the people in this house and my friends, know I was sitting here Saturday night by myself. So those were my fucking plans. Sitting by myself in my sick bed, coughing up my guts and throwing up. So where the fuck did this other girl come in? I was with another girl Saturday night. Calls me a cheater. I haven't even been with a girl, especially Saturday night. And that's the sort of behaviour. And it's like, if I call someone on Facebook like sis, or fucking do a live video, she assumes that the girls that are replying to my videos and watching my videos want me. Even though if you like look at their profile, they're in relationships, that they're married, kids, all that stuff. Some of them from a different country, and she still got jealous about it. So I'm just reading some comments on my Facebook. Oh, by the way, have a look at this. That's when I bought my house a few months ago. Because unlike some people that sit in their house and do nothing all day, I want to be lazy fucking cocksuckers. I'm not. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it, really. Like, it's just sad that usually someone that accuses you of cheating, they're the ones that are cheating. But then it's like, well, from what I've seen, you know, I don't see any guy really going there. I pretty much was the only guy in the picture. And like, if there was another guy, the kids would have told me. Because they're not, yeah, they're those sort of kids would just not keep their mouth shut. So it is what it is on that one. But obviously I didn't want things to go this bad. I don't see peace in this. I don't want peace in this in one way, because it's like, between her and the other girl, I don't wish them the best. I don't wish them happiness. Because, like I said, the 9 deadliest sins video that's coming up, I will tell each and every one of those girls. And I'll tell you why. And you will say to me, oh God, you never needed any of them. I don't. It wasn't hard for me at the start of this year in January. What was my plans at the start of January? My plans were not obviously to sell my house. That happened in January. To lose my brother was not what was on the cards either. Rest in peace. I miss him. And a relationship wasn't even on the cards. And that first one, little preview for the next vid, it's probably one of the worst person I've met this year. One of the worst. And you'll find out more in the next vid. Anyways, I'm going to rest my voice because, like I said, still got that throat problem. Yeah. Anyways, check the 4 corners of your screen. Hope you enjoy this one, and I'll talk to you all soon.